Other person on the line, can I get your name?
Mark Stevens.
Is that E-V-E-N or is it P-H?
V.
Okay. And telephone number?
602.
Okay, in regards to where the amount came from that he owes is from an underreported issue.
Yes.
And that is due to the fact that there was, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 1099s that were not reported, and also 3 W-2s that were not reported during that time frame.
Let me ask you a quick question regarding just the procedure. You would agree that if there wasn't evidence of jurisdiction to require a return, that the whole thing should be abated?
What do you mean a jurisdiction of not requiring a return? That's why they sent him an underreported issue. That's why he received that, is due to the fact that they required him to file a return.
I know. If there was no evidence to require no evidence of jurisdiction to require a return, you would agree that it would be erroneous and should be vacated.
But he was required to.
I'm just talking about the procedure. I'm not asking you to make a decision at this point regarding this. I'm talking in general. If there wasn't evidence of jurisdiction to require a return, then the whole thing should be abated for lack of jurisdiction, correct?
The only way there would not be a return for him to file is if he did not have this income.
But if there was no evidence of jurisdiction to require a return, you would agree that due process would require that would be vacated.
We're talking semantics, though. But
you have a different definition of the word semantics than me. I'm talking about your procedure, and apparently you're not aware or qualified to discuss your own procedure. And I understand that. But let me ask you this. Do you have any evidence at all to prove that the Constitution and Code apply to, and that the IRS would have jurisdiction over him?
Sir, this is going into constitutional rights of the fact of the IRS and who is qualified to have. This is going into the whole fact of people disputing the fact of if they're required to file income taxes or not.
I didn't ask you that. I'm asking if you have evidence to prove that you've already made statements that it's required and that the law requires him to do that and that there is jurisdiction. I'm asking you if you have any actual proof to support the argument that the Constitution and Code apply to him and that there's jurisdiction to require a return from him.
Again, I state, sir, you're going into the fact of people arguing the fact of if they have to file taxes or not.
No, I'm not arguing.
Okay, when he got this.
Ma'am, let me finish. I'm not arguing with you. I'm asking you a question.
And I'm asking you a question whenever he received that.
You
notice.
have to answer my question first, though. That's how the conversation, can go. I'm asking you a question based on your argument, and I'm asking for evidence to support. You're interrupting me again, ma'am. You're interrupting me. I'm asking you for facts. I'm not arguing and I'm not debating with you the constitutionality of your laws. I'm asking you for facts to support your argument that your Constitution and laws apply to him in the first place.
Is he an Indian?
Yes or no? Do you have evidence before you that would prove or support your argument? Let me finish. Sir. You're really got to allow, ma'am. I understand you're sitting in a cubicle right now. We've been on hold for a very long time. It's taken a week to get to you because I know your budget's been slashed. I understand that, but you're going to have to allow me to finish my statement before you talk.
Okay, but if you're going to downgrade my intelligence, then you need to allow me to speak.
When you talk about downgrading intelligence, you're the one who's doing it when I'm asking you a question of fact and you tell me I'm arguing or debating the constitutionality of your code. I'm not doing that. I'm asking you just a yes or no question, and you keep getting into other issues as if as if I'm not intelligent enough to know that you're dodging my question. So again, yes or no only, please. Do you have evidence proving the Constitution, laws, and code apply to, and that the IRS then has jurisdiction to require a return?
Apparently, there is evidence to prove that, yes, he is.
Okay.
Because otherwise, they would not have sent him this notice.
Well, people make mistakes all the time, so the apparently is kind of... So you're saying yes. Okay, so what evidence do you see before you that would prove the Constitution applies to Joseph?
The fact that I don't see anywhere on here that shows that he is a Native American at this time, and the fact that I don't see anything on here that shows that he is currently incarcerated. So therefore, unless he meets those requirements, he is entitled to these W-2s that require him to pay taxes on them.
What facts are before you that would prove the Constitution does apply to him?
I just stated my facts.
No, you didn't.
If you want to argue this with somebody, then, go to somebody bigger to argue this.
There's that word again. I don't think the word argue means what you think it does. I'm asking you a question. You're not answering it.
Sir.
Okay. This is